Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Anggi Angelina. I'm from English education student of Maritim Raja Ali Haji University. Today I would like to present an oral presentation, and this video was made for academic speaking course assignment, which is lectured by Sir Muhammad Chandra. I will review the journal entitled Students Learning Strategies for Developing Speaking Ability. The journal was written by Sofyan Agani, Dian Fajrina, and Rizaldi Hanifa. Okay. This study was done to study the learning strategies used by both slow and high-performance speaking students in developing their speaking skills, as well as the differences between the learning strategies used by both group of learners. English is called the international language and is also the second language of many countries in the world. And in Indonesia, English is considered a foreign language, for it is a language studied in an environment where is it not the primary means for daily interaction, and the use of the language is restricted. Even though English is said to be difficult to learn and to use, it keeps attracting people to learn it. In reality, the competency of senior high school students in Indonesia in speaking English is still a matter of concern. According to the recent curriculum 2013, students are expected to be able to express their either transactional or interpersonal. And then students are expected to be able to express either transactional or interpersonal communication in a daily life context. For example, expressing and responding to sympathy. This means that the curriculum objective of teaching speaking is to enable students to understand and use the language appropriately in accordance with the appropriate situation. For instance, expressing and responding to sympathy in speaking. The student learn how to organize ideas, arrange sentences, and express language in spoken form with good pronunciation and comprehensible language. They must also learn about how to deliver the meaning of the language according to the context they are speaking. In brief, learning strategies can be seen as special ways of processing information that are used by learners to improve comprehension, learning, or retention of the information. Learning strategies are used by learners to help them understand new information better and to help them solve language problems. Learners have to recognize the power of consciously using language learning strategies in order to make learning quicker, easier, more effective, more efficient, and more fun. This journal takes data with students from the second year was because they had been learning English for a longer period of time and had several years of experience in learning speaking. And then the selection was done according to the information from the teacher that the students selected had given either high or low speaking performances. It was based on the students' speaking achievement noted by the teacher during the teaching or learning processes. They also conducted interviews with both students who had high and low speaking performance. This was conducted to confirm the subject's learning strategies. We use an interview involving self-observation, which enable the learners to think about what they generally do when faced with a familiar language task. The interviews were done in Indonesian. The response were transcribed and translated into English. And the following was the data analysis technique for this research project. To identify the subjects for this study, we first collected the document from teachers and identified and categorized the pupils with high or low speaking performance. Second, the information acquired from the questionnaires and interviews was compiled and translated into the target language. Finally, the information was coded to classify the learners' learning styles. Fourth, the data was divided into language learning methodologies employed by students with low and high speaking abilities. The data was then examined using high performing learners' language learning strategies and low performing learners' language learning strategies. The search's findings show that high speaking performance students use more learning strategies compared to those with low speaking performance. However, from the strategies mentioned, there were several which seem not very effective to complete the language task. This show low performance students use learning strategies less consciously and less appropriately. In other words, they seem to use strategies without being able to identify them. Okay, I think that's all of my presentation about this journal. Thank you for your attention and your time. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and goodbye.